out your iPad and showed me pictures of your grandmother on our first date. Okay, Sean, why are you coming for me?
What's up?
I'm Janae.
And I'm Sean.
And this is Met
Met
at
at
a
a
Bar.
Bar.
So we decided to start this YouTube channel, Met at a Bar. That speaks to how we met, obviously. But we decided to start this channel so that we could share with our friends, colleagues, family, and strangers our adventures, our love, our career, our trials, our tribulations, all the fun things that we are blessed to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
And our business and investment ventures.
Yes.
And we want to include you in that. And we're going to talk about our goals about that a little later on. And you'll see that come to fruition, hopefully.
You could start.
All right. So it was a cold day in March
March 25th.
19th. March 25th, 2019.
2019.
And I was traveling for a work convention. And I was going to Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And I landed. I just came from my best friend's wedding. Shout out to Brene Parker.
Oh, is that where you come from?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I literally had to leave early so I can get to town.
Wow.
So I landed. It was late Monday night. My coworkers were like, "Come on out, hang out, have a good time." I was like, "I don't really want to go out, but I guess I'll go." So I trucked along and went to this bar downtown Nashville. Was it called the Hoedown or the Hootenanny?
The honky tonk.
The Honky Tonk. I know it had H in it. So I walk into this honky tonk.
All right, wait. I was in Nashville as well. I was there for my girl's 30th birthday, court dog, and we had a great weekend. That was a really, really fun weekend. One for the books. But go ahead.
All right, so I walk in and I scan around and I see a bunch of country folk. And then there's this beautiful young black woman, African-American woman, African goddess, sitting over there at the bar or leaning against the bar or whatever she was doing. And we locked eyes and I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna come back to her because we're probably the only black ones in this whole place, but I'm gonna make sure I come back. So I went to hang out with my coworkers and then I shuffled along and I noticed that she had not one but like 5 girlfriends with her. So I was like, I gotta be a gentleman as always. I gotta work my way down to her because you just can't go to the main target.
Let's reel it back a little bit. So we were out. This was my actual last night in Nashville. I was having a horrible toothache. I had already been there like 5 days. It was time for me to go. But I rallied for the last night. My girl Court wanted to go out for the last night. So of course I obliged. And we went to this place. This was the last bar of the last night. And I really wasn't, at this point, I wasn't interested in meeting anybody. It's Nashville. Like I was live band to death. White boy drunk to death. Like I was like over it. But he comes beelining towards me and I really wanted nothing to do with it. He asked me, did I want a drink? I'm like, no, thank you. Like, keep it moving. Like, bye. He's like, oh, I see you got some new friends. Does anybody else want a drink? I'm like, okay. Y'all want a drink? Anybody want a drink? So that was like, okay, at least I could give him a conversation. You know how they guilt trip you into a conversation. Then that's when I found out you were from LA and we had a decent conversation.
Well, so I walked over, she's exactly right. And she had this cute little shirt on and it said Dirty Dancing on it.
So I had that shirt on and he comes walking over and he's like, so do you dirty dance?
Mm-hmm.
I immediately was like,
that was my pickup line.
no thank you.
And it did not work.
No thank you.
And I asked her to dance and she said, no. So I went, danced with my coworkers. I mean, I was throwing them around. We was salsa. We're doing everything. Bam, through the legs, around and back. And I know she was watching. I saw the whole time.
Yeah.
So then I came back and I was like, so now you want to dance? And she was like, oh, yes, come on, girl. And so the three of us
I brought
danced.
a backup friend. You know you gotta, when you really don't want to be bothered, you're like, bring a friend so we could do a group dance.
And we danced, we had a good time. And then we got exchanged phone numbers. And like she said, she was in NoHo, North Hollywood.
Yeah,
and
I had just moved to LA. So it was cool to meet somebody that lived out in LA.
And I was in LA area, so 35 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that night. And we met up and we had our first date.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, April 12th,
Yep.
2019.
You Googled me in the meantime, in between time.
I Googled her and did a background check and everything cleared out. First date.
Oh, you don't want to talk about our first date now?
Well, yeah, I guess we can.
Yeah, the first date was special. I know I was running late And the thing that I appreciated was when I got there, there was a car, UPS truck, just like an inch into the spot where I was trying to go, and you politely went over and asked them to move the car without me even asking. And I thought that was nice, taking initiative and showing attention. And it's like, okay. And you know what? I couldn't remember if you were short. So the whole time I was riding there, I'm like, what does this dude look like? Like, was he short? No, I hope he wasn't short. Like, I was stressing, but it was fine. I seen you. I was like, okay, he's kind of cute, but you did like have on like a backpack and like all these things. And I was just like, okay, what's really good?
Yeah, she showed up. She was a little late, but it was good because I was.
I was good though.
I was an hour early, and when that UPS was there and she drove up with that Jeep, I was like, get this UPS truck out of here. Get it out of here.
What did you think when you first seen me? Like when I got out the car?
I was like, oh wow, she looks even better than the first time.
Did you remember what I looked like?
Yeah, I knew what you looked like. And plus, on the background check, it has multiple pictures.
Oh my
So
goodness.
when we walked in,
what else you found out about me?
we're not gonna go into detail.
Well, tell me.
There was nothing crazy. It all cleared out, but there's lots of addresses all through the place. I was like, she's running from something because I saw Georgia, Connecticut, New York, Timbuktu. I didn't even know that was a real
No, that's
place.
what my mom said. She's like, you had the most addresses. I'm like, yes, I will move quickly.
So it all checked out.
We'll talk about my move to LA another time.
It seems like when she saw me, she was like, oh, I was expecting someone tall, dark, and handsome. Someone medium and light skinned and cute. But I was like, I'll take it. So let's have some drinks. It was a happy hour.
Yeah.
It was
a cool little place.
style restaurant.
Was it downtown?
Yes, it was downtown LA. It was a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And they just opened up at like 5 o'clock for happy hour. So we literally had the whole place to ourselves for like 10, 15 minutes. We walk in, we have a good time. We have rounds and rounds and rounds of chicken wings. And drinks.
You did.
Okay, that's right. I had the first 2 rounds of myself. And then she chimed in a little bit. And the cool part was, dating is just weird.
Yeah, but it didn't feel weird, I don't think.
But dating is weird.
It is
You're
weird.
going out, you gotta
With
figure
a
out.
random guy.
A random person.
Yeah.
You have to figure out, how deep do you go? Do you
Yeah.
go all the way in? Like,
Yeah.
are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have a record? I've seen that in LA. You go on a date and literally 10 minutes in, those are questions you're getting.
But is anything wrong with that?
I'm just saying that's the weird part is how often, what other setting do you meet someone?
What's a question that's too much for you, like on a first date?
A question that's too much is, do you have a record? All those questions is not.
That's too much?
That's not what you should
You don't
start
think
with.
you should know if someone has a record before you start dating them?
No, I think on the first date, it's just casual. It's like, tell me about yourself.
Sean, you brought your iPad and showed me pictures of your grandmother on our first date.
What's wrong with that?
I can't find out if you have a record, but I can look at pictures of your grandmother.
Yes, because family is important. First date topics. Ready? Boom. Who are you? Boom. Who's your family? Boom. What do you do? Boom. What do you like to do for fun? Those are several topics that I think that we handle that. We did
I forgot we were doing the listing. What was the other list we were going to do?
Goals.
Okay, we'll do that after. Okay, good. Yeah, that was good though. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
So it was a good time. It was a great introduction. And then what really impressed me is on round 3, I went to the restroom and I was on my way coming back from the restroom. And she was like, I got this next round. And I was like, wow, I've never been on a date where the woman was like, oh no,
She
I'm gonna
got
get this.
her own.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then after that, we did a part 2. We walked down the street and we went to this place called El Fararita, to Florida.
Yep.
And they do salsa dancing lessons at 8 on Saturdays.
Yes, and I was so drunk at this point that I thought I could salsa dance when I can't dance at all. And I was getting flipped and turned and...
Well, let's be humble a little bit. She can dance, but she decided to go to a salsa dancing club and she was twerking on the floor when everyone else was merengue, bachata, salsa.
But did they love it? It's
Yeah.
been what, almost 3 years now?
Coming up on 3 years and 2 months.
So we made the right choice. It was great. 2022. What are some of your goals?
Our goals.
Our goals.
I'm going to say 1 million subscribers. And then I'm on TikTok. Sean the Real Goal Setter. Shout out.
Yeah.
We're going to do let's shoot for 250,000 followers.
On TikTok?
On TikTok. 250,000 followers on TikTok.
Okay.
That's cool. And she's my producer. So everything you see there, she makes sure it's lit and legit. So YouTube, boom. TikTok, boom. We want to buy not 1, but 2 properties. And when I say properties, it may not even be houses.
Okay.
More to come on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then fourth, why don't you throw something in there?
I want to direct a film and star in it.
So producer, actress, director.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Writer.
maybe even writer.
Writer, comedian. I do it all.
That's right.
Tell the people what you do.
I would start from the beginning. My name is Sean Allen. I was born in Colorado Springs. I'm a military brat. Shout out to my dad who has served for our freedom. He retired as a lieutenant colonel in the Army. We lived in Germany, Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
That's all I know. Went to preschool in Germany. And Guten Tag and Guten Morgen. Moved to Jersey in 1993 and grew up in the same house from first grade till the time I graduated high school, Jersey Shore. Then went to North Carolina A&T State University, majored in civil engineering, which is the #1 HBCU. Graduated in 2010, went all the way to Rochester, New York, upstate New York, to University of Rochester, got a Master of Science in Business Administration with a concentration in General Management. Graduated in 1 year, came all the way across the country to right here in Los Angeles. Got here July 8th, started working August 29, 2011, 10 years in the project management in the oil and gas industry. Fast forward throughout these past 10 years, I've dabbled and dabbled in different types of business ventures, mentorship, nonprofit management, but for the most part, I am into real estate. Twofold. I'm a licensed real estate agent, a realtor. I help clients achieve their goals by helping them buy or sell property. But mostly, I'm a real estate investor, residential property in multiple states throughout the country. So I buy, rent, house hack, we'll talk about it more and you'll see it, and different ways on real estate where you can use real estate to generate income and also house people. In my life, I've spent a lot of time on helping and reaching back and helping others who may need a place to stay, but they can't really get approved for an apartment. So I do a lot with helping those who may have financial situations, and we can go through other checks to make sure that we can find a place for them to house. So it's a little bit about what I do on the real estate side. I'm also in nonprofit management. I've done executive director type work. I've done nonprofit executive management. I've done mentorship from not just undergrad, grad school, but those who may not even be college bound, still providing that mentorship for them. So that's a little bit what I do. And then lastly, in 2013, I started Sean's Resume Shop. I'm a certified professional career coach, certified professional resume writer. And now I'm happy to say that I'm launching a real estate investing coaching platform as well as course. And you're going to see a little bit as we travel. And we always do some real estate research when we travel to different destinations. So that's a little bit of what I do professional wise and investment side.
Talk that shit, babe. Get it.
Now drop the mic. Let's see what you got.
Yeah. My name is Janae Copeland. I am originally from Connecticut, born and raised. I went to Howard University, the actual #1 HBCU in the world.
In DC, yeah.
Anywho, and I moved to LA about 3 years ago. I've been working in television since 2013. A TV producer, writer, director, and more recently, I've gotten into comedy and acting. I love to be creative. I love to be a storyteller. I love to tell the stories of Black culture, Black people. That's all I really do. Yeah. So yeah, I'm the creative side. He's the analytical. What do you call it? Left brain, right brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we first started dating, you said something like, I was the visionary.
Right.
And you're the executor. What is it?
Kind of. Yeah, you're the visionary, the dreamer. You come up with the dreams and the vision. I'm to make it happen. Okay, that sounds nice, but what are the steps to get there? What are the timelines? What's the plan?
Yeah.
What's the budget?
Yeah.
So it's a good compliment.
You do compliment me. You're a good Beyonce to my Jay-Z, and I love it. I think that's awesome. A lot of ways. I always say we are so different, but honestly, we're a lot alike. We are both goal-driven. We are both hardworking, tenacious, God-fearing, love our family, love to give back. and just looking to live our best, most fulfilled life. Like, that's just what it is about. Like, that's just the bottom line. Like, I don't know what else to say. That's just it, period. So yeah, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up, a lot of travel stuff.
So, but you'll see all that, and that'll be great. But hit that subscribe button.
Hit it.
And post in the comments, share it. Let's celebrate that black love.
Oh.
And look forward to y'all joining us.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We just wanted to do an intro so you can get to know us a little bit, just, lay the foundation. You can follow me on Instagram. I am .Janay, Janay, and you?
TikTok.
He's a TikTok star.
Yeah. So follow me on TikTok.
He's famous on
Sean,
TikTok.
the real goal setter.
The real goal setter.
Sean, the real goal setter.
Sean, the real goal setter. Go at the end like,
Okay. If you can put your legs up, you gotta grease it up though.
Okay, Sean, why are you coming for me?
I'm just saying.
What the
Said you were ashy.
Okay, but no, I could cut that. Dang.
What? You trying to do work?
Yo, I'm out.
You trying to do all
I'm
this work?
storming off the set.